Hey everyone, and welcome back. So yes, we are continuing every single day at the moment. How long it's going to last, I don't know, but we're doing it anyway. But it is Monday, so it's time for reacts, and we are reacting to how to find an image with very little info. Unsurprisingly, it's Rainbolt. The guy is getting way scarier.
This dress and Yeti versus Laurel as things that
Yeah.
pretty much just like divided the internet. But this video is a little bit different because there's actually an answer to it.
I remember
so basically,
this.
this is just an optical illusion. Some people see the person on the swing facing the school, while other people see this person on the swing facing the camera. I'll let you guys watch the video.
They're back, they're bent this way. And he's on it like this.
Oh no,
and
I'm still a bit confused.
His feet are straight out. I'm 100% right.
I'll bet you $500 cash right now.
And as the guy
I think he's
flying
facing
on the
away.
internet, I was tagged.
I think they're definitely facing away. I'm just going to put my 2 cents in. The hoodie kind of flaps back. It seems to me like they're definitely facing away, but it's not something that's easy to find.
Times over the past year. Every single time it goes viral. Rainbolt, find this. Rainbolt, find. Listen, I did. I posted this like a year ago. And then this creator posted a video like a year ago, and he said,
So this has been debated for a few years now, but definitive answers always seem to fall short. There have been attempts to find this playground on Google Maps and stuff, or to contact the original poster, but there's simply not enough data to accurately assess the video.
yes, there is. And it's actually really easy to do. So
For you, Rainbolt. For you. I know we're going to have a play-by-play here. You're going to show us all the way through and everything like that, but for you, dude, Jesus. It's like, oh yeah, no, it's pretty easy. Well, like, of course, no, you don't have to worry about it. But you do the what 0.1 second shit on that. Like, no, it's not that fucking easy. It's only easy because it's you. Like, I'm guessing it's going to use that engine again that somebody told me about in a previous video when I reacted to Rainbow, and thank you for that, whoever that was. It's just crazy that that's something you're programming into, that you even think about that in any way.
I'm just going to walk you guys through the process on exactly how I found this about a year ago, because it could be interesting, it's educational, and I think it'll be fun. So the first thing that was obvious was we have to find the original poster of the video, which I ended up finding was this account EC Tupper. And you can see this was the first time this video was ever posted, 2019. This is like 4 years old. So we have the context of the original poster, so it's probably going to be somewhere.
Posted it twice, weirdly enough.
By where he lives.
Oh, because the second one was the set of the debate.
It's
Okay.
all public on his account. His bio literally says AK. So I assumed we were going to be in Alaska because Alaska makes sense with the mass amounts of snow in December.
Yeah.
I guess, it could be a lot of places, but it does line up, It's like, okay, Alaska. And so then he posted like this video of him like picking up his friend at like an airport, which is helpful context. And then we can see here that the video is actually taken like right here outside the airport in Fairbanks, Alaska. And so I immediately was like, okay, this will be a very, very quick, easy thing to do because, well, we're just gonna be in Fairbanks. And so basically I ran this code that basically scrapes data from maps.
So here's the thing that that has been spoken about before, and that somebody in the comments helped me out with. So obviously we have this on the left of this code that's been put in. So if you're using this, there's the code. But the fact that just I can just do this and there's no problem on top of my already exceptional geoguessr skills and things like that. So it's the combination of the two. Like, he can get these to then narrow it down so that then he can notice stuff that he notices in like a tenth of a second. And but the idea of like, oh, it's just easy. I think if you gave this, even if people are able to do the programming for this, then gave it to them without the geoguessr knowledge, without the ability to see things that quickly, that easily, I still don't think they'd be able to find it.
I ran it to only show me schools with playgrounds in Fairbanks, Alaska. As you can see, there's only like 10 dots here. So the blue shading here is a school, and then the red would mean that that is a playground. And so basically with that data, what I did was I turned that into a KML file, which allows me to open it up into Google Earth. And so then we can see the white shading here is going to be the schools. And so basically I can just go through here. What I'm looking for here is I would just go through every single school here and zoom in on 3D view here and look at the paneling outside the school to see if the paneling on the outside of the school lines up. And you can see here like this window shape.
Okay,
there's it's too wide.
Yeah.
It doesn't really follow the same pattern. And then I could go around the school and we can see it doesn't really line up. There's not really a playground here that makes sense. That window doesn't line up. And then I would just go to the next one. And I can see here, yeah, obviously
Just
the
the-
playground here is not the same shading on
So
the roof.
quick.
We also had like a slightly slanted roof in the video, and this does not line up here at all either. And we also had pines, 3 pines in the background here. So I'm keeping all these things in mind when I'm scanning.
But so they could not be there anymore. Because how old is this? Or has he been specific about the year or how they were seen? Because obviously they could have been chopped down, or the thing could be there. Like, Yeah.
Usually I would spend maximum 1 to 2 seconds on this, and you could probably
A maximum of 1 or 2 seconds. A maximum of 1 or 2
I got through
seconds.
Literally all of them, and I'm like, okay, well, this is not good. I either made a clear misstep in the process here, and I just missed a school, or the shading didn't line up, or it's just not.
Well, there's a point as well. A school may have been knocked down.
And until I came to the conclusion,
Or
I don't
built.
think this was actually going to be filmed in Fairbanks because nothing lined up at all. None of these schools had the same facade or the same lining on the window. Nothing on any of these schools lined up. And I went through all of them here. These are all the ones that were listed. And so I assumed it wasn't Fairbanks. And so it's quite a big assumption. But my next step was honestly just to check Anchorage because, you know, it's kind of the most populated places that would.
Okay, so someone's going to have to let me know here. How far away is Fairbanks from Anchorage? Because obviously he's gone for Anchorage because it's a big one. Like, I've heard of Anchorage. That's how big that is. In retrospect, but like how nearby? Because has he just gone? Oh well, you know, it's 200-300 miles away, which obviously for Alaska is nothing. But still, like he could have made assumptions of somewhere else. Because I'm trying to think about, is that a normal assumption? Is that something that anybody else would think of going? Okay, well, this is the obvious one next, or are there plenty of places around Fairbanks it could have been? Because. And this is part of it, that he just goes, well, yeah, okay, well, it's going to be that then. Like, dude, where's that leap gone from?
Probably most likely to have a school with a playground that this guy would be at if he's in Alaska. And so I ran the same code that I did.
If he's in Alaska, then it's definitely Anchorage. Okay.
And as we can see, there are a lot of playgrounds here. And so this did take a bit. I'd say it probably took me no longer than like 30 minutes because it can be pretty efficient. And you can kind of just like zoom in and tell if something's going to line up or not just by looking at it. So I can obviously tell like all of a sudden like this was 2 stories high. This didn't really make sense. Nothing here. And so I would just keep going from playground to playground. I would go in order from left to right. Left here where it gave me new. And I would just click the next one down. And we can see here, this one also, we do have a playground here, and this kind of has like that slanted roof, but again, the paneling doesn't work, and the trees in the back don't really line up because they would be perpendicular to the roof here, so that didn't make sense. And after eventually making my way down the line here, I got to this school here, and this is probably 20-30 minutes in. I zoomed in, we can see the playground here, and we can see in the back, the trees back here are perpendicular to
20-30 minutes of looking. That's
okay,
not a lot, really.
And I was like, okay, that looks exactly like the same paneling and the same window pattern as the video. And to get a better look of it, I went to 3D view on Google, and I can see we have the same 3 pines in the back here, perpendicular to the roof, and we have
which again could have been knocked down, could have been
in the 3D view. And so I pretty much confirmed that. And so then you can just place a marker on Street View here to even get a further confirmation, and we can see the swing, and we can see
then
the
you've got
exact building with the slant and everything here on the roof. And Street View does go back to like 2007 and things like that, but this isn't really that helpful because the quality is.
Okay, so he is going through. So he is at the bottom there, going through the kind of timestamps for it. But even so, that was put up in 2019. It doesn't mean it would have been 2000. Like at some point within 2019, something wasn't knocked down, or something wasn't built, or something wasn't shot. Like there's still assumptions made there. There's still interactions that. I don't know, it just seems outside of normal understanding of it.
30 minutes. I know like the creator said that people spend a lot of time trying to find this. I guess they didn't really look that deep, or...
Really? Just stopped and stop again, but didn't look that deep. Or maybe, Rainbow, you're just a little bit scary. Because, again, somebody's going to have to let me know how nearby they are, but is the leap to Anchorage a normal one? Can everybody do that? Programming of the thing that you're using. Can people notice things that quickly, 1 or 2 seconds max of it? Like, what the hell? You're just a different breed, dude.
You know, maybe the process would be a little bit different, but this is how I did it. And this is a very, 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 very simple, straightforward process that I thought was very fun.
Simple and straightforward.
So, is it the most efficient way to do this? Probably not. I don't know the exact perfect way to do everything, but I did get there in the end. I think that's what matters. So... you know, always trying to look to be more efficient. And so the next obvious question is, well, you found it, so what's the answer? I don't know. I mean, it's clearly that she's facing the camera, and we have the location here on screen.
Which I disagree with.
I don't think that really matters. I don't think you can actually deduct what side of the road she's facing. It was just a fun thing to try and find, okay? So I found it. If someone wants to try and like figure out like some mathematical way based on the angles of the bars on the swing set, she has to be facing this way. Be my guest, okay? This is the swing set right here. Knock yourself out. I think it's pretty clear that she's facing the cameraman, so I don't really think it's that deep. But here it is, and it's also just like a fun little explanation on how easy it is to find things regardless of very, very little clues. So if you guys want more...
That is madness, and it's still not necessarily that easy. Even for people that are given all of the stuff, I don't think it's that easy. Because you also have, as Rainbolt, a swathe of experience with GeoGuessr, things like that, to add on to that makes it a lot easier, because then rifling through things, you'll notice things a lot better than everybody else. I happen to disagree with him on which way she's facing. I think she's facing away and towards the skull. I think the hoodie being in the back, being at the back, everything like that, and the way the legs are out, I think that actually to me seems very obvious. But we'll disagree about that. But yeah, he's definitely getting scarier. I think we need to all watch ourselves, because this man is currently looking into my soul, and I think he's coming for us. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you again next time.